Good day, legends. Welcome back to another legendary NRL live stream reaction. We are back here for round 2 today at McDonald Jones Stadium. It is the Newcastle Knights taking on the Dolphins. I'm not feeling so great about the Knights right now with the whole Dillbags thing, so go the Dolphins for this one, especially with what they've been going through. Shout out to everyone in the chat right now. We'll get to you guys in a moment. We're kicking off about 20-ish minutes before the game starts, just to get a bit of a preview for it all here. Newcastle obviously at home, the favourites actually at $1.54 versus the $2.48 on the Dolphins here. The Dolphins have an uphill climb. The Knights coming off a comeback victory over the West Tigers where they won 10-8, I believe it was. Not a great game from the Tigers or the Knights, but in the end, the Knights got the result. And the Dolphins coming off, I think it was a 2-point loss to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Unfortunate for them, but in the end, they didn't look awful, to be honest with you. And if they didn't have so much going against them, well, who knows? Maybe they would have had a different result on that day. The lineups are as follows. Don't worry, I'll get to you folks in a second. We have Kalen Ponga, the captain, lining up at fullback here with James Schiller and Greg Marju on the wings. Bradman Best and Dane Gagai are our centers today, with Fletcher Sharp and Jack Cogger in the halves. That won't be it in 2026, will it? With Jacob Saifidia and Leo Thompson in the props. Phoenix Crossland is your number 9 with Dylan Lucas and Kai Pierce-Paul in the second row. Tyson Frizzell is the lock. On the interchange, it is Jaden Brayley, Jack Heverington, Adam Elliott, and Matt Croker. 18th man is Brodie Jones, with the coach obviously being Adam O'Brien. As for the Dolphins, the visiting side, we have Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, the hammer at fullback, with Jermaine Asako and Junior Tupou on the wings. Mate, how good was Asako in his first year for the Dolphins? Second year, we don't talk about as much, but that first year was special. Herbie Farnworth and Jake Avarillo then in the centres, and Cody Nikorima and Isaiah Katoa in the halves. Obviously, Nikorima did not play last week due to pulling out. In the props, we have Daniel Saifidi and Felice Kafusi. Remember, guys, this is actually the battle of the brothers, the Saifidis, folks. 9, Jeremy Marshall-King. Second row is Oren Keeley and Max Plaff. Lock is the captain, Tom Gilbert. The interchange is Kurt Donegal, Josh Kerr, Marky Nichols, our GOAT, mate. Finally put the nickel in there. And Ray Stone. 18th man is Sean O'Sullivan. Christian Wolf, this is your chance. Could you get your first win of your Dolphins coaching career here? He did it in Super League. Can he do it in the NRL? Anyways, folks, let's get to some of you legends in the chat. The reason we start so early here. Neil Clarkson says, hi, legend, week 2. Yes, mate, week 2, baby. We're already here. Who is going to improve this week and who's going to falter? We'll find out, mate, very soon. Parramatta to improve, baby, hopefully. And hopefully one of these teams to improve because, dear me, as much as Knights won last week, I do not want to repeat of that result. Do not want to repeat of that game. Long season, lots of ups and downs, but support your team with all your heart, passion, no matter what. Could not agree more with that, legend. That's a thing we try to all live by, hopefully. Especially my viewers. Liam Pritchard says, Knights by 4, first try scorer, Bradman Best. We have a prediction here from Liam Pritchard. Bradman Best will go over first. Tyler, what do you think of Dylan Brown going to Newcastle Knights on a 10-year deal? Well, man, I think it sucks, but that is just how life is. It is a business at the end of the day. You know, it's a short career. And he's gone with what's best for him personally. You can't really fault him for it. I mean, it is, from what I believe, the biggest rugby league deal. So good on him, I say. I mean, for his ability, that's an insane kind of offer. And I really don't hold anything against him for I don't really hold anything against him for making that decision, legends. Is it disappointing? Yes, but we have juniors coming through right now, actually, already, and there's actually 1-5. I'm trying to remember his name right now, actually. I can't quite, it'll come to me, but coming through the ranks right now. And then also on top of that, we've got the links to Galvin or a Wish Art we probably won't get, but in the end, for me, as much as it's sad to see him go, you know, all eras have to come to an end, and I wish him nothing but the best at Newcastle. I'll be cheering him on for as long as he's left as a para player. Tyler, what happened to us last week versus Melbourne? What happened, man, is that we just simply were not good enough. Melbourne Storm got over way too easily. But that's how rebuilds go, man. We can't expect to be great overnight, and it'll just take time. Give us a few years, man. We'll be right back to the top. Until then, though, it's just going to have to be a bit of a slow burn, mate. We'll have some good wins this year, and we'll have some big lows this year. But in the end, we'll stick together as a fan base, hopefully. Bulldog Season says, "What's good, mate? Not last week's result. I'll tell you that much. I hope you're good, though." Eels Production says, "What's up, TJC? What's up, bro? I'm doing all right. How are you? Get TJC to replace Dylan Brown at 5'8". 5'8". Well, I did already warn Dylan, so." Eels Production says, "Don't worry about Luai or Galvin." Maybe Galvin, man. I'd rather Galvin over Luai, man. But that's just my opinion, bro. How does Dylan Brown feel? I wouldn't know how Dylan Brown feels personally, man. Not exactly on that relationship with him, but I do know that he did, at least to a degree, definitely care about Para. And in the end, it's just about what was offered to him, not just money, but longevity. You can't really fold him for such a big deal. Jason Reeder says, "Evening, legends." Evening, Jason. Welcome to the stream, mate. How you doing? Hopefully you're feeling better after that Roosters result last round. Looking to improve tomorrow versus the Penrith Panthers. That's going to be hard, mate. That's going to be hard, bro. Krishan says, "Hey, legend." Hello, Krishan. Welcome to the stream. Took Dolphins going to Dolphins versus Broncos. You took Dolphins going Dolphins versus Broncos. Don't fully understand that, but good for you, legend. Yep, the brothers play. It is Jacob versus Daniel Saifiti, folks. Should be a good one between the two of them. Two decent players between them right there. And, oh, that's right. It's look, he's more a halfback, but Lincoln Fletcher. Keep an eye out for him. You know, we got a ton of little youngsters coming through eventually. And they re-signed Wishy. I did hear that, mate, but that's why I was very loose on saying Wishy as a rumor, bro. I was always very highly doubtful that we'd end up with Wishy, mate. And LB Edit says, "Yo." Jason Reeder says, "Up the Roosters tomorrow night." I'm not that confident, mate. I wouldn't be that confident either. But, hey, there's nothing wrong with getting behind your team nonetheless, right? Even if you're not that confident. Knights 1 to 12 says Jason Reeder. Let's do it, mate. Knights 1 to 12 all the way. Personally, I've learnt my lesson, all right? I'm tipping the Knights here. I'm not going with what I want to happen, okay? I'm going Knights 1 to 12, but I would love it if the Dolphins won this one. Eels Production Edit says, "We had 8 people against a full Storm squad. What do you expect?" True that, mate. True that. It is what it is, but to me, no matter what, we can't be conceding what we did. Production. I don't blame our young players for it. I'm also blame our seniors for not being able to step up for those young lads. In the end, though, it's just one game. It was round 1. It was against quite possibly the best team, and it's the first game of a rebuild. We're still clicking. You don't click overnight. Give it time. I'm so thank you. Look your butts. Our GOAT is back, TJC, mate. Yes, I am. I'm back, and I'm here to stay, legend, for as long as I need to be. Tyler, I'm looking forward to going back to Compaq Stadium on Sunday against the West Tigers. Revenge for the Spoon Bowl. Yes, mate. They're going to try and get their best revenge, but we're going to outplay them completely, Liam. You and I against them. I'll be right near you, man. Excited to see you. Mel says, "Evening, legends." Evening, Mel. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Mel, our favourite WAR fan? You feeling good? You hyped? The Warriors play the Manly in New Zealand this round. That could be a fun one, honestly, especially if the Warriors can improve from that Vegas game. Mark Nichols is back, what I'm saying. Exactly, mate. We got Mark Nichols back. We've got story. We've got excitement. We got TJC live. What more could we want from stream right now? I'm going to ignore that. What more could we possibly want, legends? So far, I'm only seeing people in the chat tipping the Knights. We've got no Dolphins so far in the chat yet when it comes to tips, at least. 25 votes on the poll, 29 votes. It's updated. 34% of you have gone with Dolphins. Yet we don't see any comments for it. 55% have gone the Knights. 3% have gone draw. And 7% have gone we've just here to enjoy the stream. You love to see it. You love to hear it. That's great stuff all around, folks. Good to see interaction right now. I'm going to flog him. Well, I like the excitement, mate. I like the excitement, Super Rooster. Legend, I got Rocco Berry fan club back. Cool, mate. You're a fan of Rocco Berry. He is a good center for the New Zealand Warriors, mate. I'm good, my friend. How was your week? It was all right. I mean, since the vlog, what you haven't seen in the vlog, it wasn't really much else than seeing family and then flying back here and then getting used to being back here. So really, it's just been more of adapting back to coming back and forth, kind of. That's what a lot of weeks for me are going to be like during the season, to be honest with you, Mel. But I guess overall, for all of it, it's been okay, right? Guess it's been passable. On to the Panthers, as a Storm fan. Yeah, on to the Panthers tomorrow. Before that, though, we got today's game, the Knights and the Dolphins here. If I'm being honest, folks, while I think this could be a fun one, it's definitely not the immediate first one that screams to me when it comes to the top games this round, if I'm being honest. Not that every game has to be two top teams to be an exciting one. I mean, Panthers Roosters, we know who's going to win that one, but I'm still excited for it. Obviously, there'll be no streams on Sunday as I'll be at the Eels Tigers, so you won't get any Bulldogs Titans stream either. But you should get a stream for the rest of the games this round, which means today, Knights Dolphins, followed by the Friday games of Warriors Manly and Panthers Roosters. Roosters at $10.50 is crazy. And then on Saturday, you got Dragons versus Rabbitohs, Cowboys versus Sharks, and Raiders versus Broncos. And that will wrap up your streaming week here on the channel. I'm in Newcastle right now. Dang, mate, you're right in Newcastle, in the thick of it already. Well, welcome back to your hometown. Yeah, thanks. Will the ref win this one? Good question, Eels production edits. We're going to have to theorize on that. It could be a possibility. Legend, I finally got added G for the rest of tomorrow. Yes, you did. Clayton Dixon says Redcliffe 1-12 or Newcastle by many. Either the Dolphins win 1-12 or Knights go many tries, quote, in Clayton Dixon's terms, in front here. Tell you what, Clayton, at least that's a Dolphins tip. I'll take it. It's only a half Dolphins tip, 50-50 you've gone there between. You can't really pick, but it's the closest we've gotten to a Dolphins tip yet, so we'll take it. Okay, we'll take it. I ain't no judge here. I can't officially rule it, but I can try to, all right? Imaginary mallet being hit on the table right now. It is official. It is a legal law now. Get back to the actual live chat, TJC. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you too, Clayton. You feeling all right, mate? Feeling legendary, ready for a big season ahead here. But Bish Bosh Josh, love that name, says, I want Knights to win. Well then, hope they win for your sake, man. The Newcastle Knights on top, mate. They couldn't be feeling much better heading into this game after managing to secure the signing of Dylan Brown for 2026. Bulldog Season says, this game is so boring. I'm playing Rugby League Live for the first half. Hey, that's your decision, man. In the end, we don't care about the quality of the teams. We'll always be here live streaming these games. We should be in for a fun time anyways. Liam Pritchett says, what do you think of Panthers playing at CommBank Stadium this year? I think it's awful, man. I hate it. But in the end, what can I do? I'm just one fan. I'm gonna have to put up with it. As long as they don't wreck the stadium, I'll deal with it. Christian says, Legend, guess who the ref is on Saturday? Well, there'd be free refs, Legend, because it's free games. But if you mean the Warriors versus Manly, then that referee would be Adam G. And then of course, actually no, you mean Saturday? That's Friday. My bad. There we go. TJC already making a mockery of himself, and we're too early on. The referee, we got Ashley Klein with Dragons versus Bunnies, and then Cowboys Sharks. We will have someone. NRL app, thank you very much. Yes, TJC cheating. Sorry, my bad. Eels production, this is TJC prediction. The TJC prediction is the Dolphins actually, no, it's the Newcastle Knights 1-12. All right, throw you off your toes there. Totally did that on purpose. Newcastle Knights 1-12, mate. Anytime try scorers, I will go with Kalen Ponga for the Knights, and for the Dolphins, I'll go Jake Averillo here. And the first try scorer will be it'll be a forward. It'll be out of nowhere. Everyone will be shocked by it. It'll be Tom Gilbert crashing on over. You heard it here first, folks. Are you sad about what happened to the Eels versus the Storm? Says Big Boy Jack. Look, mate, was I happy with the result? No, but ultimately I'm proud of my performance as a fan on that day. Won't change how I choose to attend pretty much every game this year. Vlogging, streaming, all that good stuff. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't pretty hurt after that game. That one did hurt a little bit. Also, I kind of just viewed it as the start of what won't be a quick rebuild, Legend. Tyrese Everton says, so sad for Parrot losing Dylan Brown. It is very sad, man. He's definitely not a player we would have wanted to lose, but we're just gonna have to find a new 5'8", whether it's one of our young lads in the cup or we go for someone like a Lockie Galvin. Either way, what I want is a player that wants to play for Parramatta. That's all I wanted in the end, Legend. I'm switching Newcastle Knights team next season. You're switching to the Newcastle Knights team next season. Okay, mate. I heard rumors, I'll be going to Para. I'm not a big fan. I'd much rather Galvin if I had to pick between the two. Legend, I don't see it, but to each their own. If he does come, I'll support him. Big Boy Jack says he's going to win tomorrow's game, mate. Well, my personal tips are Manly and the Panthers. Sorry, Mel, for tomorrow's Legend. I'm going to GG TJC and the Eels fans. Well, GG SS John fan. Yeah, you did earn that game. Round 1 was a very good one from the Melbourne Storm there. Good Chris. I'm Manly versus Warriors, says Big Boy Jack. In Manly versus Warriors? Oh, well, I'm going Manly, and I think either 1-12 Manly or a low 13+. I could see Warriors winning it, but Manly would really have to be put through a absolute shocker from the Warriors. I don't think it's going to happen. But also, you got to keep in mind that, most people don't think Para beating Tigers is going to happen. And obviously, I've tipped that. So, to each their own, right? In the end, that's what fans in. I just don't. But yeah, we all have our own opinions. For example, I don't see Luai going to Para, but there's many Para fans that do. So, good for them. Ultimately, I'm never always right. There's definitely surprises that come. Liam Pritchard says, on Sunday, do you think how many Eels fans boo Dylan Brown? I do not encourage it at all, Legends. I say no. I do not believe that we should be booing him for making a decision like that. At the end of the day, he didn't betray us. He got such a big offer he couldn't refuse. I won't be booing him personally, and I hope most Para fans don't either. If not all, if it was my decision. W prediction, go man. He says, Big Boy Jack. You made me say it, mate. You made me say it. I don't see Lua going to Para. Neither do I, man. I hope not anyway. We can both hope. I hope Dylan Brown doesn't get booed. Exactly, Mel. But that's not up to us. Only we can decide whether we boo or not. It's not, we can't decide for every fan out there. In the end, it's up to them. W prediction for my Wars to win tomorrow, says Krishan. You're predicting your New Zealand Warriors to win tomorrow. Well, it would be an upset, mate, but you are in New Zealand, so credit to you for that. That could help out, definitely. That's one of the more positive signs you could have heading into this one. We only got a couple minutes till the game kicks off here, folks. Taking their time right now. For those wondering where you can watch this legendary game, it is a Channel 9 game. It is on Channel 9, 9 Now, Kayo, and Foxtel. So get pumped for that, eh? And, of course, it's also being talked about on this live stream. Manly will smash us as well. I see what you did there, Jinxie Mel. Manly will smash you, eh? I see a bit of reverse psychology happening here. Yeah. Manly 13+. Easy. Boom. Gotta smash the wires. Wink, wink. Wink, 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 wink. Everyone knows if you say wink while you wink, it makes it even more true. Wink, wink. 100%. Really excited to see the matchup here between Daniel and Jacob Saifidi for the Knights and Dolphins here. Seems really funny, actually, and odd seeing the two brothers against each other. I really thought that they'd be like lifetime Newcastle brothers, but that's just not how fortune foretold. And here you go. Now Daniel Saifidi takes on Jacob. Jacob will probably stick with the Knights at least for another few years right now. Daniel Saifidi, though, he could join, actually, Daniel at Dolphins. I could see that happening in the future here. Hope to see a fun little jab there or hit between one of them. I got to say goodbye to Tohu as our captain. Does suck not having Tohu Harris as our captain, as your captain. I always did like Tohu Harris as a player. Was always very entertaining and great when it came to that base. Terrific, actually, when it came to the base, actually. Very solid player overall here. Anyways, legends, about a minute till the game kicks off. The Dolphins are leaving the sheds right now, coming through, ready for what will hopefully be their first victory of the season. Newcastle already achieving theirs last round here. And don't forget, after this stream, tomorrow on the Friday, we have 2 Whopper games for you. We have the New Zealand Warriors versus Manly and Panthers versus Roosters. Currently just rubbing my hands together in excitement for this one. Should be fun. Very good altogether. Don't really know much to say, really. I'm glad we started about 15, 20 minutes before because it seems like it was the perfect amount of time in pre-game analyzing for us all here. And I get why they've made the Dolphins the underdogs here in Newcastle. Obviously, didn't win last week, but I could easily see them getting the victory here as the upset. This is one of the more likely upsets this round, in my opinion, actually. Danny Passa says, Knights 1-12. The Newcastle Knights 1-12. You heard it here. Him and the 8 other people that have gone with the Newcastle Knights to win this one. We've just got Knights, and Dolphin and Knights tip as well. I'm noticing a pattern here between these tips. 36 votes on the poll as we enter it here. 56% have gone Knights, 36% Dolphins. That's a whopping 20% difference there for those who can do their math here. Will that 20% prove to be the more intelligent type, or unfortunately, will they just get unlucky not being able to cut the crop? Fletcher Sharp there for the Newcastle Knights will be looking to play in that 5'8" spot behind Dylan Brown next year. Here we go. Round 2, 2025 kicks off now on the channel. Newcastle Knights over to the right here. Averillo passes to Sarko. Sarko smashes into the line there. And on the ground he goes. Held down. Then to the right through the middle here. Max Plath. Max Plath, arms out there, ready to squeeze on through. And it'll be an early penalty. Goodness sake, Knights. We're not even 30 seconds in. What are you doing, Newcastle? This is what we were talking about. You can't be making those early errors. And it's, of course, Daniel Saifiti who wins it. Jacob Saifiti, his brother, actually involved in the tackle where the penalty has been given. And now Dolphins on their own 40 here. Max Plath running on in there. Can play 9 and can play lock. Also second rower like he's playing today. A bit of a versatile forward he is with that creativity. Dolphins then over to the halfway line here. Good push there from Kafusi. Very experienced NRL player there. Many years with the Melbourne Storm. Then over past the halfway again they go. Jeremy Marshall-King. Marshall-King, what a player he is. Let go by the Bulldogs. He absolutely shone for the Dolphins. Over on the 30 here now. Just 30 out from Newcastle's area. 4th tackle, a minute and a half gone by. And they have made the error here. It's going to go back to the Newcastle Knights. Dolphins, oh my goodness me. Felice Kafusi with the bad play of the ball there. So unfortunate with what was a great opportunity given early on there. Newcastle Knights now with their first attack of the game here. On the left here, Dylan Lucas takes the first tackle of it. We then go through the middle here. Gregor Marju spent a bit of time with Wenty when they were a Parramatta Eels feeder club there, tackled. Over to the right then here. Short pass, and the Newcastle Knights' big prop Leo Thompson will be held. Bulldogs bound next year. Through to the middle. Fins up, baby, says Mel. You'll be screaming fins up after that one, baby. Phoenix Crossland here. Crosses it over to the 40 now. Oh, looking for the offload is Tyson Frizzell here, who's playing at lock today for the Newcastle Knights. 5th tackle now. 35 out from the Dolphins end here. They're going to clear it in the air here. It's a clearance. Jack Cogger kicks it. Far it goes. Chases inside. But Hamiso Tabuai-Fudo reads that all too well and will go to the ground with the ball here. Cody Nicarima arms out, is looking for his support. He gets it over to Tupou. Tupou now into the line. Eels production edit says, I don't blame Dylan Brad for signing it. Who wouldn't sign 10 years, 1.3 mil? Exactly, mate. Exactly. Who wouldn't sign that deal? It's security. It makes him the highest paid, and it is absolutely ridiculous. He won't get that offer anywhere else. You can't hate on him for going for it. 100% Eels production edits, and that's why I do not want people to boo him on. I'm not even in general a fan of booing unless they genuinely did something wrong by the club. Like, in the end, I just wish him nothing but the best at Newcastle and hope he continues to perform for us this year. Clearance from the Dolphins. It'll end up with Marju, who pushes over to the 20 here, and it'll be held now. So he's 24 now, so he'll finish his career at Newcastle. Exactly, his production edits. But, hey, it's all worth it, right? Like, yes, he'll finish his career at Newcastle, but for that kind of money, you can't really blame him. Now to the right here. James Schiller just trying to get through them all, Schiller. He couldn't quite get it. Schiller. We go to Crossland, and what was that? Kai Pearce-Paul loses the ball. Now multiple offloads from the Dolphins. Marshall King gets it over to the right here. Oren Keeley will run into the line here, and Keeley held on the ground. Peeled. Marshall King over to Gilbert. Tom Gilbert, the captain, will flop over 25 out from the Knights line here. The pressure is on for Newcastle. Full set coming up. Nicarima, Amarillo, back over to the left here. It's a good upload. Tupou couldn't quite get there in the end. Tupou held. Nicarima now over to Saifiti. And what kind of pass was that? Fletcher Sharp is through. Sharp is running away here. And the Hammer is the only man that could possibly catch up to him in rugby league, baby. Now over to Dan Gagai. Gagai gets to the halfway line here. The counter-attack is on for Newcastle. To Caleb Ponga, the X-Factor here. He'll be looking forward to playing with Dylan Brown potentially next year. Held on the 40 of the Dolphins end here. They've been put on the back pedal now. Jacob Saifiti through. Saifiti held on the 30. They gained 10. Crossland. The number 9 gets it to Jack Cogger. Jack Cogger passes short here. And the Knights will go to the ground on the 20 now. 5th tackle coming up here. It's the final one in the set. Tyson Brazell will kick low like he's a 5'8". He ain't Alfie Langer. And is that a lost ball by the Dolphins? Brazell with the beautiful chase. I'm not so sure if he ended up grounding that one, though. That was a close one, though. Beautiful stuff. The Dolphins completely had gear shifted there. They were all over the Newcastle Knights, and then out of nowhere, they are barely able to stop a try here. Seems like a bit of miscommunication how they lost that, to be honest. One went for the hit out, and one had the ball. You won't like that if you're a coach. And then it's so close for Brazell there. He got so close, but it doesn't look like he quite got it to me. Tight, though. Very tight. Almost. 40 votes on the poll now. 57% Knights. Well, Newcastle Knights tippers, you'll be let down by that one because that is no try. Dolphins now finally in the block back here. 5.5 minutes gone by in this game here. Over to the left, they are running right now. For those watching at home that can't watch the actual game, Dolphins are attacking to the right, Knights to the left of your tellies in front of you. Here with TJC commentating. First tackle here, turns into second now. Leo Thompson with some good tackles so far. Tom Gilbert leads the way for Kafusi to run on forward here. And Kafusi will end up on the halfway line here. They've managed to push themselves to here. Nothing like some Thursday night footy, eh? Cody Nicarima now, former South Sydney Rabbitoh, New Zealand Warrior, and, of course, Brizzy Bronco. Jake Avarillo then. Hammer to Nicarima. Nicarima looks for the pass. He gets it over to Isaiah Katoa. Isaiah Katoa to Herbie Farnworth. One of NRL's hottest 100 there. And he's held. He's held on the 30 here. One more left in the set now. Over to the right, Marshall King. Katoa clear it in the air. We have our chasers here. We have our chasers. And Greg Marju will catch the ball and save the day for the Knights against the Dolphins here. Then through the middle, Brandman Best will run here. and Bradman Best will be held. Airbus says, what's your opinion on Brown signing with the Knights? Honestly, mate, I was expecting to get this question a lot today. I have, and it's only 30 minutes in, but I don't blame him for it, man. In the end, he was offered one of the best deals, the best deal ever, and I think 99.9% of people take it when they're thinking rationally, right? It hurts Papara, but we have juniors coming through, and we now have money to spend, man. I overall wish Dylan Brown the best at the Newcastle Knights and for the rest of his season at Parramatta. He'll be cheered non-stop anyways, nonetheless, but we will miss him at the club. Anyways, moving on here. Appreciate that question, Legend. Thank you for commenting Airbus, Legend. Anyone, by the way, who's watching and has not yet, consider hitting that like button and subscribing as we chase 5K this year. Newcastle Knights here. Past their 40 here. Second tackle now. So much opportunity here. Newcastle Knights. Thompson bashing on board here. Is that Leo Thompson or the Incredible Hulk? We can call him Incredible Thompson. Incredible Thompson over to Cogger. To Pogger. The X Factor is on. Gagai over to Schiller. Kicks low here and the hammer will get them out of danger here. I think he's in the field of play. Yes, he is. It'll be a Dolphins full set here. The Dolphins running in now. Dolphins held. Tyler, can Roosters beat the Panthers tomorrow night? I think it's a 1 in a million, but if it happened, I would love it, man. I don't think any result is ever impossible, but I personally am going with Panthers a very comfortable 13 plus in that one. Remembering, though, that I am not a Roosters supporter in the end, so of course I'm not going to have that abnormally optimistic vibe to it, Legends. Of course. Kick in the air now from the Newcastle Knights here, and it'll end up in the hands of Ponga. He let that bounce a little, actually, probably a bit much. And it gets to the 20 now. Marshall around with the bird. He's on the edge here. Could he get around? Here we go. Greg Marshall with strength, and he offloads over to Fletcher Sharp. Fletcher Sharp finds a gap over to the 40 of the Dolphins end here, and it's a heroic tackle from Daniel Sobiti. On the 40 here, Caleb Ponga will go to the right. It's chasing around. Dan Gagai going. Gagai gets back up. He offloads over to Cogger. Cogger was unable to collect that one properly, and they'll lose some meters with that offload. NRL at it says, hey, did you see Para who use better? Mate, nothing beats the Parramatta Eels, Legend. Nothing has to be better than each other. Nothing. All right, man? They can work together in this world. Caleb Ponga. Over to Crosslet. Sharp. Bradman Best now. Bradman Best for the line. Held right in front of it now. Newcastle Knights, folks. Fourth tackle. We got just 2 left in this set here. Ponga. Over to Cogger. Gets it. Kai Pierce-Paul. And Schiller will score in the corner for Newcastle. James Schiller. The former Canberra Raider. Just a few years ago, he was stopping the hearts of the Melbourne Storm at Amy Park for the Canberra Raiders. And now he's scoring tries, stopping the hearts of the Dolphins for the Knights. It was a bit of luck. There is no way Kai Pierce-Paul fully planned that. And we have a try here. Very line ball there. And Schiller scores in the corner. 4-0. The home side will lead. And the Newcastle post-Brown announcement era is on fire for its beginning. James Schiller, 1 try for Knights in his 10 career ones. Not the best first 11 minutes from the Dolphins, but in the end, I mean, considering they're the away team, they've done okay. Newcastle just simply showing that they definitely have that advantage right now. And it has been an improvement on last week so far from Newcastle. Can't say too much, though. It wasn't until the end of the first half we saw those mistakes from Knights and the Tigers. So we'll have to see. Para better than you. Mate, nobody's better than each other. They work together. Nothing has to be better than oneself. For me, Parramatta are what I care about. I'm a fan, Legend, in the end. Caleb Ponga now on the sideline here to take the kick. Can he make it 6? For the converted try on 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Iconic. He gets it. 1-1, 1-1, scored by the 1. Foxtel officially on your televisions. Newcastle. 13 million. Would we not love... Hey, I'll tell you now, okay? As much as I care about Paris' success, if I'm offered 13 million, yes, I'll take some damage. 13 million, geez, that's life-changing, man. That's life-changing right there, legends. That's the difference, bros. I seriously want someone to come into this chat and say that if they were a professional rugby league player, that like they wouldn't consider that kind of money, because it is extremely unbelievable the kind of money for the player he is. Like, I'm not discrediting that he's an X factor and he's a decent player, but like he just doesn't quite. We haven't seen at Para yet that leadership quality when Mitchell's gone. That's what a halfback, one of their biggest things they need is. And without that, I fail to see him living up to the money he's worth at nights, okay? Especially, I don't think he's the best player in the comp. That's the problem with the money he's on. But, also Newcastle probably could argue they needed to throw the ball there with what their problem has been in the past with just so many halves combinations switching around, and that this is a solid half they can stick by. But they have overpaid for him, definitely. Dolphins now. Averillo held on the left here on the 40. Coda Nikarima throws the ball off guard. Halfway to the 40. To the right he goes. Max Platt back over to the hammer. And Ameso Tabuai from almost nowhere will have a try. The fin is up here. The fin is up at McDonald Jones Stadium. And the three Dolphins fans in the crowd cheer loudly tonight. Splish, splash. The Dolphins were making a counter. Nikarima around them all, threw it off. And then it was Plath to the hammer. The Dolphins with the bounce back. But hold the celebrations for a second here, folks. We could have a problem with this try, according to the ref. The on-field call is try. Nikarima, Kafusi. Are they saying Kafusi interfered with the defense there? Kafusi. Oh my God. I don't know what he was meant to do there, but yes, in the technical rules, he was in front of them. Decision will be overturned here, folks. It'll be no try for the Dolphins. I think that's such a harsh rule in our game today. There is no way Kafusi actually expected it, but not much you can do about it. It's how the rules are. The Newcastle Knights get themselves lucky there. My goodness as well. I know. My goodness me. And it's going to be a penalty for Newcastle as well. I forgot about that part too. This is worse. 2 penalties to 1 so far, 13 minutes in. Here in favour of the Newcastle Knights now, who are leading at 6-0, if you can't see the scoreboard here. Frizzell to Sharp. Sharp with that sharp pass through the paper here, and looking to cut it is the scissors that is the Newcastle Knights' forward pack. Phoenix Crossland to the right. Jacob Saifidi here, and here we go. The Dolphins will give away a 6 again here to the Newcastle Knights. Knights now with a full set. First tackle, Crossland to the right. Cogger to Pogger. Pogger and Schiller for a double! James Schiller having the game of his Newcastle career right now. That is a double for him. Could be his first double for the Knights, to be honest. James Schiller makes it 10-0. Caleb Pogger and him lifting up perfectly on that right wing so far. Actually, credit to it. No one's going to talk about it really. But Cogger, Ponga, Schiller. That's been how this game's been today. So far, both tries. Cogger, Ponga, Schiller. Sounds like a bit of a recipe or something, but it's working right now. They're cooking, folks. They're cooking good. Whatever it is, I want a spoonful right now. James Schiller, man. No doubt a player that's always shown that he has that ability, but never really got the first proper crack with the Raiders. That's, 2 tries, 2 for the club. That would be his first 2 of his career for the Knights tonight. Terrific for him. I don't know what was Kafusi doing. I'm not so sure what he was doing either, man, but maybe he really wasn't expecting that from Koni Nikorima. Players, they position themselves based on where they feel they're meant to be, not what they think a player's going to X-Factorally do. I think they were just really unlucky there as a Storm fan. Tyler, on Sunday, Parramatta Eels will smash the Tigers. I would love to see it, Liam. I would love to see it. Would love to see it, brother. Looking forward to Sunday right now. Should be a really fun time there as a vlog. And, despite the Melbourne game not going the way I wanted as a result, it was still a great vlog to do, and I think it turned out really nicely. Has gotten a lot of support. Caleb Ponga now, from the exact same side, will let it glide on in. It's an optical illusion that tricked the viewer's eyes. And we have a goal here. 12-0. Newcastle Knights on top of the points right now. And Dolphins are going to look to have to improve soon if they want anything out of this game right now. 42 votes on the poll. 57% going Knights. I only expect that poll with Knights votes to climb over time so far. I don't expect that to be dropping off anytime soon. Clearance in the air now, over to the left here. And on the 10, it's going to be collected by Cogger now. Over to the left, he passes Saifiti then. Saifiti brushes on through here. Saifiti held now. We are favourites against the Panthers. You don't play the Panthers till around... You don't play the Panthers this round, though, SS. This round, the Roosters play the Panthers. You have the bye. You play the Panthers next round, don't you? Yeah, you play them the next round, but good on you when you get that, mate. The Panthers have a bad record in Melbourne. Doesn't shock me, man, and that bad record will probably continue, mate. It'll probably continue for them. Clearance in the air now from the Newcastle Knights. I genuinely believe the Storm are the best team this year, genuinely. Over to the left here, it's collected by Talau here. Tupou. Bloody Talau. What's with my brain today, legends, right? Talau's playing for Manly, and he's injured. He's playing for Manly, and he's injured. We're going to smash the bye, says SS Storm fan. That's the spirit, mate. Smash that bye, bro. Smash that bye right now. Avarillo held on the ground. 45 out. Newcastle's try line here. Back over Katoa and Kafusi now. No interfering with the defense. He'll run into the defense there and be held on the 40. Now Katoa trying to link up well with his chaser here. The link up isn't exactly what you wanted. Looked more like a stitch up. On the 30 now, Isaiah Katoa hits it. I don't think any Dolphins are going to be getting to that one. And yep, it ends up with Greg Marju here. Marju trying to fend them all off, mate. He's one breakout away from just running the entire field, isn't he, Greg Marju, right now? Watching him. Newcastle Knights with the ball. Then to the right here. Through the middle, it is Bradman Best now. Bradman Best just going on forward here, and Best will be held out there. It's a good run now. Kalen Ponga. So far back, if you're looking at previous seasons, Kalen Ponga really was the only X factor for them. So it's good for Newcastle Knights to be able to get someone like Dylan Brown who will make that difference right now, legends. Make that difference. Also, great to see that the score changed. Great. Storm 13 plus this week against the bye. Jerome Hughes with 13 try assists. 13 try assists. I don't know if we'll see that SS, all right? 13 try assists, that's ridiculous. Tyler Regan Campbell-Gillard is playing at the Gold Coast Titans. Yes, he is against the Bulldogs. We won't be streaming that, legend, but should be an interesting game for those who can watch it. Storm beat by 56-0. The bye is on a losing streak. Exactly, mate. The bye is on a losing streak. Not para yet. We're fine. We're safe. Parramatta's chill. We're chill guys right now, bro. Chill guys right now. Now over through we go here. Leo Thompson, 15 out now here. Crossland to Pogger. Caleb Pogger down the wing here. Can you pass it sharp? Greg Margie now. Is Margie going to back himself on the wing? No, he's going to go. It's only third tackle and be held here. Fourth tackle now. Over to the right. Crossland looks for the dummy here. He fends off Kafusi, but couldn't fend off Tom Gilbert. Sharp. Pogger. Final tackle. Frizzell chases. Pogger chases. And it's going to be a goal line dropout here. The Dolphins feeding it to the Newcastle Knights. Caleb Pogger on fire right now for them. That's our boy right now. Tyler, I didn't like when the Parramatta Eels play Storm. Yeah, I didn't like that either, Liam. I didn't like that either. It wasn't a fun time, was it? Hopefully the Tigers game is better, buddy. Also, I was on TV when Coates scored a try, so I got a lot of people telling me, hey, it's you, TJC. You don't look too happy. Really? Why might that be, guys? Why might that be? Why might I be devastated? Couldn't be the 40-something points, right? Before half-time. Newcastle Knights now. On to second tackle here. We'll move on to third. 10 metres out. Crossland. Over to Pogger. To Bradman Best. Trying to go alone. He's got it. Simply the best. Bradman. New South Wales State of Origin representative. Bradman Best has scored a try. 14-0 in 20 minutes to the Newcastle Knights. You got to feel for the Dolphins here. Bradman Best. Simply too good for the Dolphins defense to handle here. They are on top of it all. And hopefully, we'll see if we get 2 points in a second because Channel 9 loves to give them points, apparently. Tyler, thoughts on Abdullah Brown TJC? I've said it a few times, Legend, but to abbreviate from what I've said before, can't blame him for the money he's on. Wish him nothing but the best at the Knights. We'll be cheering him for the rest of the season at the Parramatta Eels. It does suck seeing him go, but that's the world we live in. It's a short career for a player like Dylan Brown, who isn't the best in the comp, but he's a great player, but he's not the best in the comp. To be offered that money, like, good on him, I say. Good on him. Wish him nothing but the best. Mel says, what is happening to the Fins? The Fins are just falling apart this game. Newcastle Knights, people. Dolphins kill me when I pick them. It's when you pick them. It's when you pick teams that they don't want to do well, guys. Don't you know that by now? Only when you pick them. When you don't pick them, they're going to win 50-0 against their team. That's how it works, okay? If it has in any way benefits you, you might as well just be trying to fly alone without any kind of playmate. You might as well be jumping out and thinking you're going to fly through the air. It's not going to happen, bro. Flutter towards Mars right now. I wanted to flutter towards Mars with the Storm game. You'll be all good. Let's see if we can get to 50 votes soon. No, 58 would be great. 52% sticking with the Newcastle Knights still. I mean, it's getting pretty ugly right now. So it's a low 13 plus right now, though. Dolphins still have time to be able to make this a much more interesting game. I remember watching the score for the Dragons and the Bulldogs. Now through James Schiller here. Held about 12 out here from his own try line. Goes to Dane Gagai now. Dane Gagai here. Dane Gagai pushes on forward there. And Dane Gagai held. Fins look worse than my wires. They do, Mel. They really do. Sharp. Oh, Dolphins could run. There we go. Oh, beautiful catch there from them. Mark Nichols ends up with the ball, and that's why he's our GOAT, folks. That's why he's our GOAT. Mark Nichols, folks. Wayne Bennett's favourite bench player. Saka now, and it's 6 again here for Dolphins on the 30 now. Marky, mate. Here we go. Marky Nichols held on 30. To the left, Isaiah Katoa gets to Max Plath here. Max Plath now runs forward. Max Plaff will be held down there. The goat is on the field. Let's go. Yes, mate. Yes, he is. My prediction is looking at sides for the Eels. Seriously, thoughts? I would love it if Galvin signed for the Eels, man, but I hope we get him for what he's worth and don't have to overpay him too much, Legend. In the end, we've got a decent junior or two coming up that I would take just as well if we were to wait a year or two. Dolphins now. Running forward here, almost there. Oh, he couldn't quite get it. Dolphins through. It's a short pass here and almost smashing on through Saifiti. Couldn't quite get over there. And it's now on to fifth tackle here, the Dolphins. One last opportunity in the set now. Katoa. On to the right here. Asako! And it ends up with the Knights clearing it out of play here. Better not to concede, right, than have to defend another set. And the Dolphins are full of pressure now. Just says, I absolutely agree. Absolutely. Should just see, will you stream Broncos versus Raiders? Probably, Legend. Yes, we will. Yes, we will, because it's on Saturday. The games I aren't streaming are on Sunday because of Parramatta. Liam Pratchett says Jason Reed Roosters will be at the best to beat the Panthers. Will need to be at their best. They will need to be at their best, mate. I just don't know if they will be at their best, especially. They're even weaker than they were last week because Victor Radley's out. So they've got a really tough ask against the Panthers that I find really hard to believe happening, but maybe they'll manage it, man. Just maybe. Just maybe they'll manage to just about figure it out and get over the line. It's not a simple ask, though. Dolphins now. Aaron Keeley! And Tyson Frizzell frizzes him. He frisks him, folks. He frisks him like they're at an airport. Held. To Isaiah Katoa now. Hammer, tippy toes, twinkle toes, as we say, nailing it in here. Held right on the 10 pretty much. Jeremy Marshall-King at his only second tackle now. We go to Isaiah Katoa, short to Gilbert, Tom Gilbert. He thought about an offload for a second, but decided no thank you here. Marshall-King then, to the left. Isaiah Katoa, Cody Nikarima, going alone here, and Cody Nikarima forgets his size. He's like one of those little puppies that bites you too much, not realizing you kick them across the ream if you wanted to. Katoa then kicks low, and the last line of defense there. Fletcher Sharp saves the day there. If it wasn't for him, then we would have the try potentially here for the Dolphins. Who do Eels play in round 2? We play the West Tigers. Viking Axe. We play the West Tigers. And we are hoping to bounce back at CommBank Stadium. Heck yeah. Cha-cha-cha-cha-ching. Won't be easy, though. Won't be easy. Though I'm backing us, Mercer. Dolphins here. Past their own 30 now. Can the Newcastle Knights get past them? Crosslands. Getting to the 40 now. They're going to clear it here for the Dolphins. And over on the 30 here, it's going to end up in the hands here of... one sec. Are you... All right. Sharp now. Over to the right here. Tyson Frizzell there. Frizzell then held. Tackle 0 now. Crossland passes over to Sheila. Oh, my goodness me. You're going to make him play the ball again. Come on, sir. We don't want that. We don't want that, man. Come on. We want the ball to keep going. Cogger. Over to Pierce Paul here. Held down Paul. Jason Reddis says Panthers have been on the benchmark the last 4 years. Yes, they have, mate. And who knows? They could do it for a fifth for all we know. Liam could do it for a fifth. Newcastle Knights here. Pogger, the X Factor held on the 20 now. To the right here, it's a kick from Cogger. That's one of the most average kicks I've seen in a while here. It's going to be play on as much as they're appealing the Dolphins. And fourth tackle here. 2 left in the set. Pogger. Kalen Pogger back over to Dylan Lucas here. Mucus Lucas there will be held. Crossing them to Pogger. Pogger, what kind of kick was that? I do not know. And it ends up in the hands of the Dolphins here. Jeremy Marshall-King. Now over to Asako here. Jermaine Asako with the Dolphins back with the ball. And the referee is going to stop play here for a second. Should be an interesting game, Jason. Should be very interesting. Ref, are you better or are you reffing? I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to Roosters versus Warriors next week. Already looking to the next one, are you, legend? Fair enough, right? Fair enough. Already looking to next week's. I usually I wish nothing but the worst for your Chooks, Jason. Only reason why I support them is because Lindsay Collins. Lindsay Collins is the one reason the Roosters have any positivity from Viking X right now here. Bring it on! Newcastle Knights onto the right wing. Oh, this could be it. Gagai, he goes alone. It's another try assist for Caleb Pogger. Dane Gagai, the number 3, puts Boar on the board. 18-0. Gonna be 20 in a second, surely here. The Newcastle Knights' backline tearing apart the Dolphins' defense right now. What on earth am I watching? Since when did Newcastle become prime Broncos? Dane Gagai, ladies and gentlemen. This is just ridiculous right now. It's not quite as ridiculous as Parramatta versus Storm, but I think that's a unique level of ridiculous. This is ridiculous considering what the Knights did last week versus this week, and especially what Dolphins did last week versus this week. Are Newcastle suddenly a dark horse we need to talk about in the coming rounds? Wait till they play a top side to find out, but right now, they've started well in their opening games. Riggs says, Mel. Forget 1 to 12, says Daddy. Forget it, mates. Forget it, mate, Daddy. Forget about the 1 to 12. It ain't happening, bro. Bring it on, says the Newcastle Knights here. And this game is starting, well, not starting to, it has been the entire thing, a demolition right now. And we do have 51 votes on the poll here, 55% going Knights. Oh, unfortunately, I think right now the 2% draw is more likely than the Dolphins is 31%. Sorry, Dolphins tippers. Wanted more people to tip Dolphins, but I think there's a reason not many were tipping the Dolphins looking at this scoreline. This game is a snooze fest. But you liked high point games, legend. But you liked them. You would prefer a much tighter game, though, unfortunately, right, guys? 20-0 is just crazy right now. Newcastle Knights on top of it all here. SS Dolphins says, we will beat them 13th place. It's getting happens. You probably will, mate. I mean, you are the Melbourne Storm, so it wouldn't shock me. Ref, please wake up for me. Please wake up. Look, legend, I think the Newcastle Knights are just playing better. I wouldn't blame the ref for it. Jason Reeder says, I'm taking it one game at a time. As you should, man. As you should, Jason Reeder. I think this is a one game at a time kind of time for the Sydney Roosters. Just like Para, man. Just like Para. One game at a time, bro. See how it goes. Ease it free, right? Now, on to the 20 here. The Newcastle Knights. 20-0, 20 metre line. It's fate, legends. They're sticking to 20, aren't they? Could it be 30? They've almost hit the 30-metre line. We could call that an omen, potentially, guys. Kai Pierce poll here, past the 30. What's up, legendary commentator? Well, the sky's up, the roof's up. Hopefully, Parramatta's up for Sunday, and I am up for this stream, legend. What is up with you, NRL time? Welcome to the stream, mate. Favorite commenter. If they had a halfback on the field, they'd be 50 up, Cogger average. Well, they won't be having a halfback on the field next year either, mate. They'll be having Dylan Brown. So still, mate, he'll probably do better than Cogger, if I'm being honest. It will be Dylan Brown and Cogger, I reckon. I personally think that Fletcher Sharp has been a much better player this year so far. But, I mean, if it ends up being Cogger and Dillbags, all good. Down the left here. And Tupou kept away on the 30 here of the Dolphins' end. They go through the middle. Tyler Parramatta's next game around free play Bulldogs. Yep, and I believe that's where Josh Adokar will play his first game for the Eels too. So exciting stuff, mate. Dolphins on the 4th here. They'll kick it in the air. Only a few years into their tenure as a club in the NRL. so far, you'd call it more successful than some past ones. And Marshall, what was that? You playing a bit of handball, buddy? Well, here I am. Come on. I'm up for playing it. Number 5, Greg Marju juggles it over the sideline here. The Knights will hand the Dolphins back the ball here. Fletcher Sharp has a highlight reel after 2 rounds. Exactly NRL time. Personally, for me, I think Fletcher Sharp is the player to build around with Dillbags, but that's just my opinion. You know, Jack Cogger, he's a decent one as well. I could see you putting Cogger as a 14, though, potentially, when Brayley goes. Here we go. Mark Nichols, surely over the line here. It's a 6 again for a ruck infringement here. Oh, Nichols couldn't quite get there. Then to the left here, Katoa. It's a good far left one. Nicarima. Here we go, over to Avarillo. And can I just say, that's been a real problem down the left edge here. The Dolphins are not passing to their wings. It's like they don't trust them right now. Ray Stone now. Through Ray Stone. Held right in front here. To the right. Gets it over to Katoa. Hamiso Tabuai-Fano now. Around the ball. Here comes the hammer. Here comes the hammer. Dashing through. He couldn't bash it through the nail in the coffin. Bye-bye. 4th tackle. 2 left in the set. Katoa. Isaiah Katoa dummies and passes it. And Mark Nichols, the Goats, will go over for the Dolphins here. Splish splash. I put all my nickels in that one. The nickel becomes a diamond. 4-20 now. Could we see a comeback on the way here? You can't be ruling out that one. Katoa throws off the Newcastle Knights defense here. Adam Elliott did not read that one, and neither did Crossland. The gap opened up, and with the offload, Ponga just could not get there quick enough for Mark Nichols, who strolls on over, landing on his back, but getting it down nonetheless here. And he may not have any hair, but he has a try today. 24. A year I choose to forget. The GOAT is over, says Early B. Edits. Yes, he is, mate. He is over. The GOAT himself, Mark Nichols. Legend, legend, legend. All hail Nichols. I'll take a nickel. Asako now, from right in front, slots that one in. Pew, pew. 6-20 now. Just a couple more tries to go, right, legends? Just a couple. And they will be right back in this one. Go on. Let's see it happen, right? I saw another Rabbit Eels fan, so undefeated still at different grounds. Well, they are one of the biggest fan bases in the comp, if not the biggest, mate, so it doesn't shock me. There's always going to be a South fan somewhere. They are that kind of club in the end. Caleb Ponga now to kick it off once again here. And here I thought the Dolphins may not even get a try before halftime here. They've proven me wrong going over there. Now, through here, Josh Kerr is officially on the field as well, folks. Josh Kerr held. Dolphins back over by their own 20 here. One of Queensland and NRL's favourites right now, the Dolphins. The everyman's team. Though, come on, let's face it. They pretty much are Redcliffe Dolphins. They just haven't been allowed to have the Redcliffe name. Like, come on, man. You're the Redcliffe Dolphins, but that's just my opinion on it. They're the Dolphins. They're the Queensland Dolphins, I guess. Held there. How many minutes left in the first half right now, mate? Oh, bro, we've got roughly 16 minutes to go. Actually, 15 minutes now, mate. Actually, no, 5 minutes. My bad. I was thinking, oh, my God. I was thinking soccer. I was thinking soccer with the four. Oh, my God. That's my bad. TJC's having a blinder. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 5 minutes to go, legend. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Oh, my God. What am I doing, legends? What am I doing today? Let down with that one. Brain explosion here. Third tackle now on the 40 here. Adam Elliott. Elliott looks for the pass, couldn't quite find the pass there. He's held. Crossland now crosses over to the right here, and Colga will clear it in the air. Good clearance there, bouncing. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of chase there from the Knights' attack. Dane Gagai and Jack Colga all over him, but particularly Gagai there gets him down here. Ahoy, mateys. Ahoy, Brendan Bucker. Welcome to the streamy hearty. Liam Pritchard says, Dragons fans, David Clemmer. Yeah, they do. They signed David Clemmer from the West Tigers. Should be a good pickup for them. He's a solid player in my eyes. Just probably had his time up at the Tigers. Now on the 30 here, they pass to the right. Dolphins offloads Marshall King to Herbie Farnworth now. Herbie Farnworth around. He spins here. Farnworth pushing on. Offloads back to Isaiah Katoa here. They're just trying to do as much as they can in this half, aren't they, legends? Yep, you're having a blinder. Yes, we are, mate. Yes, we are. We're having an absolute blinder. Cody Nicarima now with the clearance in the air here. Caleb Ponga, and he has to look at that proper, but it's held. It's collected by Schiller, and Ravalawa went to South. Yes, legends. Remember, guys, with the signings and stuff, feel free to mention those at halftime where we can talk a bit more about them. But I do think Ravalawa is a decent signing for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, especially if it's going to be as depth. I mean, they've got, when it comes to that, I just don't think Tass is the winger for the future, in my personal opinion. But that's just my opinion. If that's how they want it, that's their decision. Crossland gets it over to Heverington here. Gets up, tries to get by, crawls forward, folks. Couldn't quite get it. He's a baby seal that's been put down. Now over to the right here. And on the 10 is collected by them. On the 20 now, the Dolphins managed to get it here. Good rush of blood, good forward run here. Dolphins on the ground. First tackle now for the Dolphins here against the Newcastle Knights. NRL 2025 Stones. Yep, this is a live stream reaction. Yes, it is, to the Newcastle Knights versus the Dolphins, legend. Now Jeremy Marshall King over to Josh Kerr here. Josh Kerr will get it through, and Kerr will be held back on the halfway line here. Marshall King over to Isaiah Katoa. Isaiah Katoa will dummy here. Isaiah Katoa will be held. Tyler Derry Cook is playing his former team, Rabbitohs, on Saturday night. Yes, he is, Liam. Yes, he is. He's playing his former side. So is Lachlan Ilias. And then we also have Jaden Sewer, who's a former bunny, playing against them as well. So there's a few former bunnies playing for the Dragons. Gets it back to the Dolphins, getting it to the Knights here. Knights through, held on the 20 here. Bradman Best. Fletcher Sharp here. Over to the right then. And Dane Gagai will push on forward here. The set is working out well together. Dane Gagai almost to the 30 then. And then it's a good run here. Harrington, come on, push on forward here. Could we see it? Will we get another try here? Will we get another try? Caleb Ponga with the X Factor past the halfway line here. Caleb Ponga held. Caleb Ponga held. Then over to the left here. It's a good kick. Hammer ends up with the ball. Fifth tackle now is over. We're officially in the final minute of the first half here, folks. Dolphins 6, Knights 20 at McDonald Jones Stadium here. Jermaine Asako. Over to the left here. It's Halau on the 30 here. I think we need a bit of a break with the halftime, don't we, folks? On the 30 now. Held. Marshall King gets it to Ray Stone. Ray Stone then. Ray Stone held on the 10 now. Pushing forward here. Can we see one more, folks? 20 seconds. Nicarima to the left now. Held back there. 50% of the way through the set now here. Couldn't quite do it. Now Isaiah Katoa will clear it in the air here. Ending up. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's a slip from Caleb Ponga. He's lucky no Dolphins were chasing that one too heavily. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're saying that wasn't forward. Bradman Best gets to keep running. Bradman Best here looks for the offload. That was forward too. The referee will have missed 2 forward passes there. And they're just going to take the tackle, the Newcastle Knights, on the 40 minutes here. And that is officially halftime here at the stadium. Newcastle Knights 20, Dolphins 6. Not the beginning that the Dolphins would have wanted visiting the Knights, but the Knights won't care. They're on top of it in their opener to being in Newcastle. Here you go. And anyways, it is time for the TJC Sports Halftime Show. Of your host, TJC Sports. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Down. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, legends, how cool is that? See you in the second half. See you in the second half as a Storm fan. Legendary. Anyways, guys, we'll be back in just a second here. Am doing the show. Just got to go do something quickly. Whoop, whoop, back. What a half that was. Much more improved. One-sided, much more improved there from the Newcastle Knights than last week. Last week, I literally wanted to just cut the stream at halftime. Newcastle played so poorly, legends. This one, though, good on them, I say. Good on them. They have definitely put up much more of a performance to be proud of. Unfortunately, the same can't really be said for the Dolphins outside of that one try. Yes, they got that one, but it just hasn't seemed to really click for them as of yet, folks. It just really hasn't seemed to come together the way that they've wanted. I don't think Wolf's an awful coach from what I've seen. I just don't think the Dolphins are that team really at the moment. I don't know what it is exactly. I think that I actually like the look of a lot of their players. I don't exactly know what it is, like if I'm being honest, but something right there just doesn't click right now for them. And I am concerned for them as a neutral fan going into the future of the season with how they're looking right now. Brenton says, up the Knights, up the Newcastle Knights. Brenton, mate, you're going to be over the moon about that one. That one was too good. Was it not, bro? Was it not? That was a special half from the Newcastle Knights that you may have not seen as much in the past, legends? Definitely an improvement is what I'll say. 59 votes on the poll at halftime here. 58% of you have gone with the Knights to win. 27% went Dolphins. I mean, that poll's only going to get one more sided as this game goes on, unless the Dolphins really improve in that second half. Draw at 2%. That would be more likely than the Dolphins winning. And 14% just here to enjoy the stream. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, legends, those who are just here to enjoy the stream. Fletcher Sharp for Dally M, says Brenton. Mate, you can't be dropping Fletcher Sharp when Dillbags comes in. Fletcher Sharp is too good in that position right now. I've been really impressed with what I've seen from Fletcher Sharp at the moment. He's been wow. Genuinely, he's been wow, mate. I'm just like dying when I look at him. Like, gosh, dying it. Damn, awesome stuff, eh? Right now, Fletcher Sharp is. I shouted out the fact that I wasn't a big fan of Sharp and Cogger heading into this year, but Sharp has really thrown me for a loop here this year so far because he's been terrific in that 5'8" spot. I'm just being honest there. He's been terrific. Has the team performed terrifically? Not game one, but that's not exactly just the 5'8's fault. When it comes to his individual performance, he has not had a bad game in my eyes this year. He hasn't. He simply just has not, folks. And that's something that he can be quite proud of if I'm him. I mean, to be fair, if I was Fletcher Sharp, I'd be over the moon with it. But, mate, I don't know about Dally M because he can't be the Dally M winner. We all know it's going to go to Mitchell Moses, who is going to do a Caleb Ponga and score 6 points every single dang game. Boom, 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 and rob it from him, mate. He'll rob it from Fletcher Sharp just like SJ got his robbed. Just see, I'm ruled out for 6 weeks. Check out. Well, Mitchell Moses is ruled out for 6 weeks, Legend. Don't know how I see anything on you there. Liam Pritchard says, Tyler, who wins tomorrow night, Manly or Warriors? Good question, Liam. Well, I've personally tipped the Manly Warriors Seagulls, Legend. I think they'll win probably 13 plus, but I would love a 1-12 win. Let's face it, the thing I would really love is for the Warriors to win. However, I personally believe that Manly should win that one well, even in New Zealand. If New Zealand can get up for that one, I think we could have a really special surprise and shock there that I would just love to see. I'm Mitchell Moses. Yes, you are, mate. Yes, you are. You're Mitchell Moses, the Mitchell Moses. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Legendary, mate. Absolutely legendary. 60 votes, not too bad right now, folks. Remember, as we are at halftime, we're so close to 4.72K, which will be an improvement on that chase towards the 5K. If you have not yet, consider smashing that like button and subscribing. We've had a decent stream so far. The night's just too good for the Dolphins. Remember, folks, this is the part of the stream where we can just chill, enjoy, chat about footy, ask you questions that you would typically ask. They'll get proper answers instead of the quick answers as we go around. Also, shout out to everyone who showed support on the blog. It's been a very good performance from the blog. It's our best performing blog of the last 10 uploaded in general, which is great to see. Really good on yous. The only thing that really beats it is the Tigers' predicted lineup, but predicted lineups always beat everything. So terrific stuff all around from you guys as the viewers. Liam Pritchard says, Tyler, Parramatta Eels were better in the second half against Melbourne Storm than last week. I misread that a little bit. Yeah, we were better against the Melbourne Storm in the second half. We won the second half. I'll call that a small win. No Storm fans, for those who don't understand what clearly humor is, we did not actually think that we were going to win it, bro. We did not actually think that. All right, guys. Please don't assume that we thought we were going to win that. We never thought we were going to win that, guys. We just showed support for our team, bro. The Melbourne Storm were just too good for us. We're just not at that level yet, and that's something we kind of got to accept. We'll try our best to play like we're at that level, but we're just not quite at that level yet. It's about building. You can't turn anything into gold overnight, unless it literally is gold, in which case you're not turning anything into anything, are you? You give the worst thing a piece of gold, but if it doesn't know how to use it, what are you going to do with it, right? I think we got the thing that knows how to use gold. He just doesn't have gold yet, legends. And that'll take a little bit of time. Not too long till we should be getting back on with the second half. But, yeah, that was a very, while a fun trip, it was a very rough game itself there to watch. I wasn't exactly over the mood with that one. I wouldn't say that. That was, average. Average, yeah, that's how I'll call it. Average. Don't really know how else I could really call it right now. Like what can you say, right? Shout out so far to some of the Newcastle Knights right now. Kalen Pogger. I'd like to see the stats right now on Kalen Pogger because he has been terrific this game. James Schiller too. Overall, the back line has been terrific for the Newcastle Knights, but I'd love to see a player stats. What's Kalen Pogger done? Three try assists in the first half. And he's been running all around the place, pushing players off. Kalen Pogger has been terrific today for the Knights. And I'm not happy with that because he is captained in my opponent's Supercoach this week. But I will put up with it to appreciate a good game here. Also, Schiller with his 2 tries, Dan Gagai with his 1, and Bradman Best with his 1 here. If I had to say he's had a better game, I think Gagai's had the more right in front of your face kind of game. But I haven't minded Bradman so far either. I think, if anything, that back line, the weakness really has been Greg Margie so far, and he hasn't even been that much of a weakness at all, guys. The Newcastle Knights, whatever went wrong last week, Adam O'Brien has slapped them up the backside about it. And, of course, Jack Cogger and Fletcher Sharp, I think it's to be expected that they're trying to perform this week because neither of them wants to lose this spot in the first team. Dylan Brown's coming in next year. They're both going to want to make it their own, that 5'8" spot in the future. And it's harder for Cogger playing halfback, but, he's still got to prove that he's potentially a half they can't drop. Fletcher Sharp, though, right now, very much putting himself on the market as the player to play behind Dylan Brown next year. Well, Tyler, Melbourne Storm are premiership favourites this year. Yes, they are, Liam, the Melbourne Storm. And they're deserving premiership favourites, I think, if you look at their side. They're just another level, man. And the only teams that could really face them are the very top ones like the Panthers. And who knows, maybe the Broncos if they play like they did round 1 for the rest of the year. But not too many teams will be able to do it. The Melbourne Storm definitely will probably go pretty far this season, assuming they don't do a monumental choke, legends. And I mean monumental. Special agent degree level stuff, man. Ridiculous, even. I think the forward pack has been nice and solid for the Knights too. The Dolphins, on the other hand, the hammer's been okay. Isaiah Katoa put up a great line break assist there and try assist, of course, to none other than Marky Nichols, our GOAT, which was pretty good as well. Mark Nichols, man, generally he doesn't get too many tries in his career, but at the Dolphins, it just seems like everything's a try for him. It's like it's the only club where he can score, man. Now, I believe that if you ignore preseason, if you ignore preseason, I believe that was his first try for the Dolphins that wasn't under Wayne Bennett. Former Melbourne Storm and South Sydney Rabbitoh. What a player. Don't know if he played for anyone else, Mark Nichols, but he definitely played for the Storm and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Did he play for anyone else? Yes, he did. He played for the Canberra Raiders. I completely forgot that. I was thinking, it's got to be another green team, right? Surely, but I wasn't certain on that. There you go. He also played for the Canberra Raiders. So, he's been part of the second longest streak without a premierships. Liam Pritchard says Tyler, Melbourne Storm round 1 winning streak continues. Yes, it does, till next year. Can we please have Storm play a good team next year? I don't like this streak going on. I don't like us having a nailed-in game. It's just not fun. Get out of here. Get out of here, Billy. I don't really mind too much what Kurt Gidley has to say right now. I want to watch my second half footy. Newcastle Knights versus the Dolphins. McDonald Jones Stadium on Channel 9 here between these two teams. Kalen Pogger there. zooming in for him for the Knights. 52% possession so far to Knights, only 48% to Dolphins here. And look, while that's not much of a percentage difference, it's enough to change the impact in this game. Anyways, folks, say goodbye to halftime show and say hello to the second half here. The Dolphins versus the Newcastle Knights is underway. Dolphins now through the right wing here, held down on the line here is the Newcastle Knights. Over to the left then, ends up in the hands of Marju. Marju now will push on forward here. Marju trying to bash through them. The incredible Marju here gets over to crossing it over here. Passed over to Matt Crocker here. Matt Crocker there here. And Matt Crocker held down. Phoenix Crossland then. Over to the left here. Over to the left there, and he'll be held back here. Crossland. What a number 9. Initially playing 14 with Jaden Brayley at 9. Jaden Brayley has lost that spot to him, it seems. Good far kick here on the 10. It'll be collected by Talau here. And Talau with a fearsome push will be held. Tyler Billy Slater is the greatest Storm player ever. Well, he was a very good Melbourne Storm player. I will say that, Liam. Billy Slater is right up there as one of the best, definitely, to have played for them. And arguably the best fullback. Cody Nicarima. To the hammer. Asako now. Trying to push through like he's a prop here. Newcastle hold him out well here. Dylan Lucas and Fletcher Sharp now getting up. Dolphins over to the left here and through the middle now. It is Herbie Farnworth running forward here. Herbie Farnworth just trying to get around them here. Herbie Farnworth couldn't quite do it. Herbie Farnworth goes to the ground then. Marshall King. We go to the right here. Oren Keeley then. Oren Keeley here. And Oren Keeley held on the 5th tackle here now. It's a clearance in the air from Isaiah Katoa now. And on the 5 here, Ponga will collect now. Caleb Ponga around the line. Oh, my goodness. The counter-attack could be on here. Caleb Ponga, but he spins around, goes around. Couldn't quite find it to the crowd. Then through the middle here, Newcastle Knights. Dolphins so far without much proper attack in this one. Fletcher Sharp, the man we reckon is going to be playing behind Dylan Brown next year. Bradman Best then put on his back here. Sharp over to the right here. Congo here and Kai Pierce-Paul will knock the ball on here. Here we go. It's going to be the Dolphins ball here. It's going to be the Dolphins ball, baby. And it was a poor pass from Koga. Kai Pierce-Paul unable to read it too well. And between the two of them, they will give away an error here that the Dolphins will look to take prime opportunity of here. Yes, I am, mate. Yes, I am. Cody Nicarima now on the 40 here. Gets it to the left here, and Avarillo will push forward here. Jake Avarillo then held on the 30 here. Hamisa Tabuai-Fido goes to Isaiah Katoa. Mark Nichols then. Mark Nichols looks for the pass, couldn't quite find it. Held on the ground now. Jacob Saifiti, Daniel's brother, is currently on the interchange right now. And oh no! Oh no! Josh Kerr! Josh Kerr makes the crowd go, grr! He drops the ball, brr! Knocks the ball on, brr! Yes, that's what happens when you talk a lot, mate. That's just what happens when you talk a lot. All right, Greg Marju here. Past the 30 now. The Dolphins get it back, but appreciate it. Now, 35 outs. Elliott, and Adam Elliott through the line. Elliott, he's running past the 30 now. Adam Elliott, 25 out now. Adam Elliott caught just barely. Down the left here, Knights. Fletcher Sharp offloads, and Dylan Lucas scores. 24-6. The Knights not only won the first half, but they're currently winning the second. And I regret to inform you, Dolphins, this is not a goal score. Adam Elliott beginning what would end up being a beautiful try-scoring set for the Knights. Fletcher Sharp offloading it to Dylan Lucas after what was a pure normal but poor error of a pass from Jack Cogger in the previous set from the Knights. For them to bounce back with one like that, terrific stuff from them there. 24-6 now with a kick to come now. Dylan Lucas, he's no stranger to a try since his entrance into the NRL. 10 tries in his Newcastle Knights career now. And we're barely are we even 5 minutes the second half? We might not be, legends. We might not even be second half. 5 minutes into the second half. Tyler, Caleb Pogger has been brilliant tonight. Oh, yes, he has, mate. Oh, yes, he has. Caleb Pogger has been unbelievable tonight, mate. Caleb Pogger just simply too good right now. It's Caleb Pogger. Caleb Pogger. Caleb. Honestly, good on Kalen. Former North Queensland Cowboy, terrific Queenslander player. Hopefully he can continue this form and end up starring in Origin, baby. Please, please, please. Would I not love that? Got to bounce back against those dirty Blues sometime, right? Got to sometime, legends, eventually. No matter how long it takes, how far we got to go with it. Tyler Caleb Pogger is brilliant. 63 votes so far on the poll, 56% going with the Noitsy Knights, mate. Can we get that to 60 soon? Because Newcastle are just on fire right now here. Now down the left here, Lucas. Lucas. Gets it to Greg Marju then. Greg Marju looking to go around them here, the former Gold Coast Titan. One thing he was criticised for is his defence when he was playing for the Gold Coast Titans. Hasn't really had that problem when it comes to his time at Knights, at least not this season. Maybe last season a little bit, but seems to have worked itself out so far right now in this game. Now over to the left here, Caleb Pogger runs on forward here, and Caleb Pogger will be held down there. Gets it to Jack Cogger then. Jack Cogger now with the clearance in the air here. Jack Cogger, good run of speed there. Jack Cogger held over to the left here, ends up in the hands of Hamiso, Tabuai, Fido now on the 20 here. Come on, Dolphins. Lift up, baby. Ends up with Tupou here. Tupou looking to go around here. Tupou couldn't quite find it, legend. Second tackle. We're not quite 10 minutes into this half here. Dolphins over through the middle here. Jake Avarillo with the ball here. Remember, legends, if you're enjoying, like, share, and subscribe. All right, held on the 30 here. Dolphins on the Kia Tasman are going to be held. Herbie Barnwell trying to push them back, push them way, way back. Held. Almost to the halfway then. Katoa gets it to Nicarima. It's a short pass. It ends up with Avarillo there. Uneasy stuff. Number 3. Almost 4 there. Jake Avarillo. Avarillo held, and the referee's going to step in here. It's going to be a penalty, it looks like, folks. The ref not happy with that one here. What happened? It was a good play. The ball wasn't forward. That's not the call, right? Was that the problem he had? Possibly. Yeah, okay. Touched, played out. It's going to be a Dolphins ball here, penalty here. They're 25 out now. Here they come. The Dolphins. Kai Pearce-Paul works well with Hetherington to get him to the ground here. Marshall King to the right now. Isaiah Katoa. Isaiah Katoa gets it to Mark Nichols. Mark Nichols now. If I had a nickel for every time Mark Nichols scored, I'd get about 10 nickels. That's not much, but I'll take 10 nickels right now with how I'm feeling. Nicarima now to the hammer. Over to the left here. It's a good push, but Avarillo will just tuck and roll as if he's in a fireplace and held. Cody Nicarima then to the right. Can they get through the middle now, folks? Can they get through the middle? Can they get through the middle? They can't quite. Fourth tackle now. Just 2 left in the set here. Hammer over to the left, and oh no, it'll go out of play. It'll go out of play here. Oh my goodness me. You're kidding. You're kidding. It'll go out of play there, folks. Well, all right then. There you have it, legends. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. They're just too good right now. Newcastle Knights, just under 10 minutes into the second half here. Lucas almost through onto the 30 now. Crossland goes over to Fletcher Sharp. Fletcher Sharp looks for the offload. Goes over to Lucas Elliott. And then Elliott here. It's a good push and shove here. I hope all our viewers in the chat are doing legendary. Appreciate every single one of you right now. Almost to the halfway line here. Caleb Pogger will manage to just about find the pass because he's just too good today, legends. He's just too good today. Farnworth gets him down. Farming for all he's worth, that boy right there. Caleb Pogger hits it in the air. What a fullback he is. One of the best. And it was a fight in the air, and that may have been a hit in the air, to be honest. There could be a penalty for the Dolphins. The referee is going to concede to that and say it's a penalty for the Dolphins here. Greg Marju, while chasing, takes the hammer out in the air there. You could never rule that the hammer knocked that on. Could never with the tackle, with the arm grab through the, through the hips in the air there. Kind of had to be a penalty. Oh, I didn't see the top of the shirt for a second. I thought Greg Marshall was wearing yellow. I was like, what are you doing, bruh? You ain't a Parramatta eel. You ain't a Parramatta eel, boy. Don't pretend you are. Don't even pretend that you are a Parramatta eel, my boy. It's not happening, boy. Newcastle Knights now. Putting themselves way back here. Over to the left now here. Held back here. Newcastle Knights now. They keep on pushing forward here. It's good stuff overall. Just a good run there. Pushing forward now. Almost over here. The Dolphins through to the right wing here. Very tight, actually. Very close between what you're seeing at right now. We're having good internet speed right now. Ray Stone to the hammer. The hammer over past the 10 here now. Surely, fifth tackle. Surely the Dolphins come over here. The Newcastle Knights are going to have to defend this one good. Dolphins in the air over the left. Oh no. Counter attack coming up. Dane Gagai looking to push around the Dane Gagai. And he's caught 15 away from his own side here. Dane Gagai, and it's going to be a penalty. Penalty. There you go. Dane Gagai. He just wanted to keep going with the momentum, that man. But at least his team has a penalty now. 20-point gap now. Going to take it now. In the air, they managed to kick it here. Ends up 35 out from their own side here. Is this a chance? Kai Pierce pull around. Dolphins are trying their best. Absolutely, the Dolphins are trying their best. Like, do not take that away from the Dolphins, folks. They are absolutely trying their best. It just seems like the Newcastle Knights are another level today compared. It's nobody's fault. That's just how it is, unfortunately. Kai Pierce pulled out. Getting on over here. Cody Nicarima holds him well with help from Max Plaff here. Crossland. Over to Koga. Back over to Fletcher Sharp here. The halves have linked up well there, but Bradman Best couldn't barge through like they wanted. Crossland. Heverington. Going to get themselves just barely to the 20 then. And now 20 meters out here. We're going to go to the left. Crossland. Pogger kicks low here, and the hammer manages to collect now here. And Hamiso Taboy Herdo will be held. Now over to Herbie Farnworth here through the right wing now. Come on, Farnworth. Show all your worth right now, mate, you Englishman. Show us all your worth, buddy. We want it. We want it now. When do we want it? When do we want it, legends? We want it now. We want it now. We want it now. We want it now. And we want it good, all right? We don't just want it now. We want it good, legends. Good. Dolphins here. And what was that? What were you doing there, Herbie? Having an attack and roll forward. I do that. I'm taking out my laptop and all of you viewers with me. We're done for if that happens, mate. And then it's Saifiti's job. Saifiti to Marshall King. And on the right here, going to clear it in the air. It's going to be collected by Caleb Pogger now with the ball. Passes to the left. Marju. Can Marju find the offload here? Because that left wing was wide open there. He won't be able to find it. It'll be held there. Bradman Best now through the left wing here. Bradman Best moving on forward here. Can Bradman do it? No, he cannot. Bradman will be held. Just on the sideline is Lucas. Got a good try before. Gets to Matt Crocker here. Matt Crocker there. Dolphins hold him away here and over to the 40 almost. Pogger. Fletcher Sharp around here. Fletcher Sharp couldn't quite get up for it, mate. And then it's Brayley's job. Jaden Brayley, former Parramatta Eels Tiger, is officially on the field. Sharp with a sharp pass to Bradman Best, who steps over rather sharply there, and Bradman Best will be held down. On the 20 here. Pogger kicks low. Plenty of chase, and oh my goodness me, there's so many there. I think the Hammer's going to have to go in for a goal line dropout here. Newcastle Knights with the pressure for days. They don't have an off switch right now. They've got a spare pack of AA batteries to spare right now. All of them full of juice here. Just to be amused by the Dolphins. Now, from the goal line dropout here, the Dolphins will clear it. It's a little short there. Ends up with Pogger. Pogger hits it back to Kai Pearce-Pole. Kai Pearce-Pole manages to just about get the ball there. The former Super Leaguey boy. Then over to Matt Crocker here. Matt Crocker, I can see it going well here for the Newcastle Knights in this set. Crossland over to Pogger. Pogger down to Bradman Best here, and I think if I'm Best, I'm taking the tackle there. Callum Pogger interfered with the defense a little. Bradman Best just goes down. Yep, kind of expected. Then over to Brayley. Brayley. It's a good short pass there. Harrington unable to get on by. And on the 10 now, Jaden Brayley to Cogger. Cogger looks, oh my goodness, that was a juggle. And I think that's going to be a knock-on against Newcastle there. Oh, Cogger, man. Cogger. You're not doing yourself any favours when it comes to getting picked over Fletcher Sharp next year, if that's what you're going to go by. Just hasn't been his night, eh? Just hasn't been it for him. Maybe some other night, right? Maybe that's what it is, folks. Some other night for him. It's just not it right there, right now here. We got to be 13 plus. It's going to happen. Well, I know you were talking about the Storm there, SS, but you're right there about the Knights doing it. You're right there about the Knights doing it. The Knights 13 plus, baby, over them. Dolphins now. Tupou. Forcing forward here. Held back now by Jaden Brayley. Over to the 40. They're looking to go on third tackle. We're 50% of the way through the set now. Tomorrow, remember, legends, we've got two games. We've got the Warriors versus Manly and the Panthers versus the Sydney Roosters. Both should be very, very fun games for very different reasons. Even as neutrals, very different reasons indeed. Dolphins now. Past the 40 now and into the line they go. What are you going to do? What are you going to do there, folks? Wasn't meant to be. The Dolphins, unfortunately, with the mistake there. And there we go. Dolphins mistake! It's going to be the Knights' ball when the Dolphins make a mistake. It's going to be the Knights' football. Held on the halfway line here. We go to the right. Harrington spins around here. He's like a ballerina. Da 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 da. Look out. Da. Don't know what I got on that, but we did. Don't know how we got on that, but we went on that somehow. On the 20 now. Newcastle Knights on the Dolphins' side here. Fletcher Sharp spun around now, and Fletcher Sharp goes over to the ground here. Jaden Brayley now points to his right. Looks like they're going to go through the middle, I think. Now attacking to the right. Cogger hits it in the air. Schiller backwards, and if he just collected that, I reckon that it could have been okay for him. He would have just had to hope for the best, but there you go. And he whacks that absolutely forward. Nicarima ends up with it. Now Max Plath through the middle here, and Max Plath held out there. Marshall King then to Saifiti. Saifiti around now here, and Saifiti held back here. Shout out to the try scorer, Mark Nichols, the only one today for the Dolphins, because it's been Schiller, Best, Gagai, Mark Nichols, and then Dylan Lucas. It has just been boom, 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 boom. Here you go, Dolphins. Boom. Dolphins now over past the halfway side of the field here. It's going to end up with Marshall King passing to Isaiah Katoa. Isaiah Katoa then will clear it to the far right here, and on the 10, Caleb Pogger ends up with it. Caleb Pogger then passing short over to James Schiller now. James Schiller around here. James Schiller will land on his back here. Neil Clarkson in the chat says, who is better, Pogger or Walsh? Add the hammer in that question. Oh, that's a toughie, man. That's a toughie. I think they've all got their own qualities. I think I'll take, if you had to merge them, you take like Pogger's X factor, put it with Walsh's natural ability, and then add the hammer speed. Speaking of natural ability, Fletcher Sharp with beautiful natural ability. Unfortunately for him, the hammer had too much speed there, and the hammer is now tackled by the Newcastle Knights there. Honestly, mate, if it comes to origin between Pogger and Walsh, I would go with that's tough. I think in terms of who's done it on the origin field, I'd actually go with Pogger. However, I don't think the fullback's necessarily our problem with the Queensland team last year, man. I think Madge is also just a really good coach. If I'm being honest with you. Anyways, guys, we have they moved him after he was held, so it is a penalty for the Dolphins here. Now 15 out from the try line here. They're going to run forward, guys. Get over to the 20 now. Will they be held back? Jeremy Marshall-King then gets it over to Saifiti. Daniel Saifiti now on forward here, the former Newcastle Knight. I believe he said that he never thought he'd ever leave the Knights. Ended up happening. Definitely not what he planned for his career, but so many players don't plan out for what happens in their career. Dylan Brown never planned to play for the Knights, but there you go. Marshall King tippy-toes past, but is read by its opposing hooker, Jaden Brayley. Over to the left there, Donegal. To Amarillo, who escapes the clutches of the Knights' defence there, the former Canterbury Bankstown Bulldog here. Backwards, Marshall King, Avarillo again here. Avarillo's going down his opposite side here on the right wing now, and he'll be caught by Dylan Lucas. Through the middle now, Isaiah Katoa. It's the final tackle of the set here. 53 metres gained here. The hammer now passes back to Cody Nicarima. They're looking to do a Broncos right now. Nicarima to Isaiah Katoa. All of that right side is pretty much offside. They cannot chase that ball. And it ends up with the Newcastle Knights here. Greg Marju now running with it for the counter here. Greg Marju now held back. Gets to Bradman Best then on the 20 here. Bradman Best, ladies and gentlemen. What a player he is. Bradman Best on the ground. And then through the middle here. Newcastle just not giving them that opportunity that they want. At least not yet. At least not yet here. They keep on moving. They keep on moving forward. Yada ba ba ba. Keep on pushing. Da 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 da. So far in this game, guys, we've got about 17 minutes to go here right now. The Newcastle Knights 26, Dolphins to 6. Andrew says, I blame Tyler for making me miss the stream as he didn't feed me for when he was in Melbourne. I missed the notification. Hey, mate, it's not my fault, all right? It's not my fault, okay? He was meant to unlock the door, man. He was meant to unlock it so you could get something. That's not my fault, man. You gotta blame Brent or whatever his name is. Gotta blame him, man. Not me, Andrew, bro. Do you think the best is the best? Bro, how could best be the best when I'm the best, mate? And Para's the best? Doesn't work, does it? But he's the best. That's what I'd say, mate. He's the best. That's what Bradman Best is, bro. The best. The best. Do you like my profile picture? I love that, mate. That's a brilliant profile picture, bro. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Got nothing to say, mate, about that other than perfect. You couldn't get much more better than that. That is the best profile picture. There you go. Boom. The world must know of this profile picture. Mate, I think that your profile picture could solve world hunger. I think it's that good, bro. I think it's that spectacular. The world needs to know. Tyler, Broncos were so good last week against the Roosters. Sorry, Jason. Yes, mate, they were so good, weren't they? The Sydney Roosters just unable to do anything against Brisbane Broncos. But, the Broncos are looking to be a strong team this year. I feel for Roosters playing the Panthers tomorrow. Now down the left wing, Greg Marju keeps on running forward here. Maybe he'll find an offload. Yes, he does. Over to Lucas. Lucas around now. Down Lucas keeps running out. Lucas, go. He's out. Go. He's out. On the board here. Brayley over to the left here. Tyson Frizzell bashes on board here to the halfway. Sydney Roosters lack of experience. Exactly right, man. But you could even argue that with Para, man. We had a lot of lack of experience too. It's you just got to build, bro. In the end, you got to start with inexperience to get experience. Give them time to gel, and I'm sure the Roosters will be back to their best. Maybe not this year, but within the next few years, very much so. They'll probably be back to their best before Para, but yeah. No great thing is done quickly. God, Sunday can't come soon enough, man. Can't come soon enough. Dolphins now. Max Plaff here on the 30 here. Second tackle, folks. We go to the right here. It's a good pass to Daniel Saifiti there. And Daniel Saifiti put on his stomach there, laid down by Frizzell and his supporting defender here. Isaiah Katoa then to the hammer. To Max Plaff here. Plaff on the platter here. Gets to the 10 now. Come on, Dolphins. This is your moment here. Newcastle defending right now. Katoa. Dummies, bro, and Isaiah Katoa, for the second time tonight, rips apart the Knights' defense. And he'll be frustrated with how this game's turned out because he's been decent. 26-10 with a kick to come. Bling, bada bling. Are you doing the march? Heck yeah, bro! I'll show up for the march. I ain't sitting in the swarm, but I'll show up for the team march because, bro, I'll do anything that's to support this club, whether every fan likes me or not. I'm 100% behind this team, man. We'll be at the march, loud and proud, with the rest of the fan base. I'm so keen to watch the game live with you again. Mate, live again is going to be so different, man. I've missed it. Like, at CommBank 2, it's been too long. Way too long, man. We've got to make it a special vlog, man. We've got to make it a very special vlog. So we got to do the march. We got to say hi to Andrew. We got to say hi to all the Para fans. We got to be as loud as possible, and we got to beat the Tigers, most importantly, folks. All together as one, up against them. Sunday footy, it's going to be legendary. 67 minutes and a half so far gone by in this one. Leo Thompson's brother, it looks like, watching from the stands right now. I forget, has he signed with Newcastle or is that a rumour? Remember, legends, I am not a Newcastle fan. I'm also all over the place when I do these a lot of the time. I'm so excited to go back to CommBank Stadium on Sunday. Go Parramatta Eels. Liam, you're part of this family we have, and we're so excited to see you again in the vlogs this year. Felice Kafusi here on first tackle now. Could he fleece the Knights' defence here with a try potentially? If they get another, mate, that's If they get another, this game could be more interesting. It'd be nice if the thing actually updated on time, wouldn't it be, my thing? I will say good day at halftime. You better, Andrew. You better say good day at halftime, mate. It wouldn't be right if we didn't have you saying good day in that vlog, bro. We need a halftime opinion, mate. That's something we've missed in previous things. If you ever know Parafans Legends, get them around to our bay. We'll say hi to them. Matt Croker going to be pulled for that attempt of a tackle. You got to get pulled out, bro, Daddy. How many minutes left? Right now, mate, we've got 12 minutes left, but it will be 11 pretty soon in about 30 seconds, bro. Right now, Stephen, hopefully that helps you out. And Caleb Pogger here laughing at the Dolphins. Oh, my goodness. Oh, cramp. TJC, how you cramping? TJC, how you cramping? Bro. Far out. Jeez. How on earth does that happen? How does that happen on stream? Goodness me, guys. In a position too long, aren't I? Oh, don't even know how you manage that, folks. Yeah, 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Whoosh. What's going on here? What's going on here? We got to play shoulder to the head. All right. Okay. We good. We should be good now. We should be okay. Oh my goodness me. I don't even know. Far out, man. I've been sitting still. Ridiculous. Anyways, we have a player in the bin, apparently. I think it would have been Kai Pearce-Poll there. The Newcastle Knights, a man down. 26-12 still up. They're in a favourable position to have a man down. But sometimes all it takes is one being down to cost them all. Tyler after Para winning against 46-6 against Tigers. Mate, it's happening. It's not even a question, bro. We'll see you at halftime, and maybe we'll see you after we're in 46-6, bro. Because it's not a prediction. It's a fact we're beating the Tigers, and we're ruining everyone's perfect tipping week, all right? Parramatta is ruining everybody's perfect tipping week. Now Tyson Frizzell through the left wing here. Felice Kafusi held now. 10.5 minutes to go now. Fourth tackle. Going to become the fifth now. Newcastle Knights, one more in the set here. Adam Elliott taking his time getting up. To the right now. Cogger kicks low. There is chasers. And the Hammer's going to counter potentially here. Hammer through the Knights defense there and caught out by Matt Croker, who will fly on his back there. A bit of a piggyback style there. And be held. Now over to Max Plaff here. Remember, the Dolphins are a man up. This is their prime opportunity. We are a little under 10 minutes left in this one. Second tackle here. Dolphins and the Knights. Ends up with Tom Gilbert. And I felt that one all the way from here. Tom Gilbert on the 40. Smashed by the Newcastle Knights. Cody Nicarima here. Down the left. It's a good far push here. And held. 8 minutes till Kai Pearce-Poll's allowed back on the field, Legends. Should be back for at least the final minute. Probably final two. Dolphins now with the clearance in the air over to the left here. Plenty of chase. And Caleb Pogger knocks the ball on. And that is so out of character for the kind of game he's had tonight. Caleb Pogger will give the Dolphins a very good opportunity here. No point challenging that either. Even I don't know if they have challenged, but they probably do, right? No point there. Well, we've had a lot happen in the final few minutes, haven't we? We've had a cramp. We've had Caleb Pogger knocking the ball on. We've had a sin bin. It's just been going all over the place. It all happened at once, didn't it? All at once. No doubt about it. No care in the world from anybody there. Now over to the right here. Nicarima to the Hammer here. And Jermaine Asako will almost get past the ball, but Bradman Best collects him to the ground there. And oh no, Asako now feeling something. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me, mate? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta be You got to be joking me. Now it looks like he's feeling a bit of a cramp there, Jermaine Asako. Must be running in the viewing family right now. Thanks, all good, Stephen. Glad we could do that for you, bro. Glad we could do that for you. Katoa to Felice Kafusi here. Felice Kafusi now. Kafusi held in front here. First tackle. Then through the middle here. Couldn't quite get it here. Newcastle. It's a thin line right now. Barely keeping the Dolphins out in this one. Katoa. Nikarima. Cody Nikarima around here. From what I've noticed so far in the try scoring this game from the Dolphins, it's all come off Isaiah Katoa. So watch that man right there. Gilbert. Marshall King. The hammer. Asako. Down the right wing here. Jermaine Asako. And the momentum. He almost gets put out of play, but he couldn't quite. On the 10 now. Dolphins. Just going around them here. Around a couple. Kurt Donegal. Goes to Herbie Farnworth. It's a good offload there. And Jermaine Asako for the line! How on earth have they kept him out there? No meters gained. 0 meters gained is a rare sight here. 5th tackle. Katoa, considering the Dolphins are a man up, this is highly impressive from the Knights. Far to the left and he couldn't get it. He couldn't get it, legends. The Dolphins unable to break through there. That would have been a game-changing play right there if they had scored that. Game's pretty much over anyways, but the Dolphins let go what would have been a huge opportunity for them in this one. And they've just you'd think that this would be a case of simple outnumbering. You'd think Dolphins were the team a man down, wouldn't you? Looking at this, but no. It's Newcastle Knights keeping itself together through it all. Now, here they go. Just on forward. Cogger to the left wing now. Almost squeezed his way through here. 30 then. Cogger. Go on, boy. Go on, boyo. Go on, boy. Jaden Brayley held now. Jaden Brayley, mate. Well, that was a link to Parramatta that never happened, eh? Probably won't happen now either, now that we've got Riley Smith and Brendan Hands. Especially when, we got money now, but, I feel like we want to look into that filling the void of no Dylan Brown on top of the forward packs. Brayley now. Cogger clears it in the air on the right side here. There's good chasing, and it'll be collected by the hammer here, who gets a fierce tackle put on him by Dane Gagai here. A full set coming up for the Dolphins now. And so with Tupou. Tupou now onto the forward here. He goes. Tupou held down, not to be confused with Daniel Tupou. What a goat he is for the Sydney Roosters now. Through past the halfway line now and on to 3rd tackle here. We're officially left with 5 minutes in this game here on the 3rd tackle. It's the Dolphins with the count. Averillo. Jake Averillo almost through. Averillo held. And on the halfway then, we're going to go Isaiah Katoa, a bit of Herbie Farnworth here. Herbie Farnworth then. Herbie Farnworth onwards and upwards, we say, right? Herbie Farnworth held then to the left wing here, Averillo. And Jake Averillo with a burst of speed. The referee is going to say, no, sorry, you are not allowed to play on there. That's a big no-no here from us. Bye-bye. Get out of here. We're not going to allow that one in this party, are we? It's not ours to get it on. And the Dolphins will feel like they've been let down a little with that one. On Sunday at the footy, hot. It's going to be hot, is it, Liam? Wouldn't shock me. It's Sunday, man. We're the early Sunday game, are we not? So, sure. It can't beat what Storm was, man. It can't. Oh, you mean the last game? Yeah. Yeah, the last game was burning, man. Whatever this game is at CommBank, it won't stop me, all right? Not if that Storm one didn't stop me. The heat there. I was sweating before the game kicked off. That wasn't a good sign. It wasn't a good sign at all, actually. Jaden Brayley to the left. Crossland then around here and on the 40. He'll be held back here. Brayley over to Crossland. Crossland crossing it forward. They're all linking up well. Frizzell here. The spine is just clicking right now for Newcastle here. Frizzell. Good tackle. On to the third tackle. Pass backwards. Crossland throwing it. Feels like I say Crossland a lot, but he's just involved in everything right now. Fourth tackle. 2 left in the set here. On the left side here, Bradman Best with all the speed, and it's very loose there, but he keeps it. He keeps it. No, he doesn't keep it. It ends up Dolphins ball here. Dolphins now with it. Jermaine Asako tries to get through here. Trying to be the bulletproof glass, not realizing that it's bulletproof glass that the defense is made of here. Bulletproof. What's a ploof? All right, here we are. Bulletproof glass. There we go. TJC got it first try. Marshall King now to Isaiah Katoa. Cody Nicarima. The hammer here. And Amarillo almost finds the gap here. Back to the hammer now. Mate, if there's anybody with speed to get through, it's the hammer here. Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow around the ball, and he is tripped and tackled by Phoenix Crossland and Tyson Frizzell here. Then through the middle again, it is Tom Gilbert. Tom Gilbert on ways here. 5th tackle here for the Dolphins. They could get the ball back at least one more time after this here, but that won't be enough because they need to go for the try right here, right now. And Kalen Ponga will clear it out of play after 64 meters gained in that set. It was a very solid set from the Newcastle Knights in the defense and Dolphins in the attack. And it looks like what will be about a minute and a half to go, we're going to have the Dolphins on the attack against the Knights here. How tight is this game going to finish? Police Kafusi. In 8 seconds, we'll see Kai Pierce-Paul back on the field. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's official. Kai Pierce-Paul is allowed back on the field, legends here for the Knights. The Dolphins will not be a man up in this attack here. Tupou almost through the line there. Couldn't quite get there. Second tackle here. We'll be entering the final minute just this moment here as the Dolphins win 6 again here against the Knights. Here they come here in the final minute. Jake Averill having to get up here. He's not being allowed to get up, actually. All the Newcastle Knights all over him there. And he'll push him back over to the 10 here. Then to the right. Gets it to Gilbert. To the hammer. Herbie Farnworth. And it will be Asarko's. And Jermaine Asarko is taken out of play. Be proud, Newcastle. You well and truly have earned this victory today. It may have not been so pretty last week, but this week, that has been a result to be proud of. You've come up against a team who genuinely has put up a fight to try, and you've outdone yourselves here. The Random South fan and all the Newcastle fans go wild today. And I think every single Knights fan in the chat will be very, very happy that they tipped the Newcastle Knights, legends. I know that I'd be happy if I was them. I know I'd be happy. I'd be very happy. I'd even be ecstatic, dare I say, legends. Dare I say. 15 seconds to go. First tackle, Knights will play it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. That is it for our Thursday night round 2 footy of 2025. The Newcastle Knights have bested the Dolphins at full time, 26-12 at home. McDonald Jones Stadium erupts with its flags and excitement. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Yes, Liam, as we said at the start of the stream, we will be streaming both the games tomorrow. Gonna be legendary. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow for those. Appreciate you all. It's been a great time.